In today's preview guide, we get two shows which are basically the same premise, just presented in very different manners. What will I think of them, and are they worth watching? Well, that's what I'm here to preview today, plus the other two shows this season as well. As ever, I'm going to look at 4 new shows, let you know what I think of them, whether or not they're any good, whether or not they're any bad. Be sure to leave a comment, nobody ever does, but do so anyway, because this is a 2023 autumn anime preview from a different perspective. First up today, we have A Returner's Magic Should Be Special, an anime about a guy who defeated the final boss, only to find him returning back to the time before he defeated the final boss because, for some reason, the final boss wasn't actually defeated and destroyed everybody and everything. Although thankfully he's a returner, he's returned back to a time before everything went wrong, is now in a position to try and do it again. Our main character, Desire, learned loads of strong magics, but is now going to be going back to Magic High School to learn the whole lessons he had before and try and prevent the whole problems starting all over again. We're introduced to your stereotypical class-based system of this type of world, where nobles are all powerful, commoners like our main character Desire are looked down upon, as we're introduced to a very friendly Midoriya and a very stuck-up Elheim, who really talks down to Desire. We're shown not much about the school and not much about the past. In fact, this first episode doesn't really talk about much at all. It gives us a flashback to the final boss, but not really much going on. A big fight, everybody dies, sort of nonsense. A flashback to a school, but really only reintroducing the premise and the setting, not really many of the major characters. One thing we do find out is that his sweetheart Romantica, he's obviously Desire and she's Romantica, a big naming convention there, guys. She's still alive, and hopefully Desire can save her this time. Spoiler alert, he probably will, because this is an anime. Now, there's nothing really which appeals to me about Returner's Magic. It presents itself almost like an isekai, but not quite, with many of the isekai tropes you've come to love, and I say love, but love is an interesting word for it. But there's nothing really appealing for me here. I've seen this anime before, and I didn't like it then, and knowing about Returner's Magic Should Be Special is telling me otherwise. If you want to watch Returner's Magic, you can find it on Crunchyroll. In a plot twist to meet all plot twists, the next anime has the same plot as the last one. Welcome to Tearmoon Empire, an anime where a princess of a Tearmoon Empire finds herself attacked, arrested, imprisoned, and then put under a guillotine for crimes her family committed. There's been a revolution, and the commoners have risen up to destroy the evil empire, who are destroying the world through greed and incompetence. And Mia, the first princess, is seen as a selfish, loudmouth, doesn't really do anything. Famously says, "Let them eat meat." I suppose meat's more tasty than cake. She wants all the cake for herself. And she's basically thrown to the walls, and she's killed under guillotine for crimes against the state. Then she flashes back to when she was much younger, and she's given a second chance at life. Now, unlike the previous one, Tearmoon Empire does things very differently to the same anime I've seen multiple times, including 5 minutes ago. For one thing, Mia is cute, and she used that cuteness in such a way that she has a personality. She's not just Joe Nobody, the isekai protagonist. She's Mia Luna Tearmoon, a very much loud-mouthed, selfish brat who has learned her lesson, hopefully, and will no longer be as selfish in the future. I mean, she's a rich Ojo-sama, of course she's going to be selfish, but she's obviously learned a lesson. And she immediately goes about seeking out the people who helped her in the past timeline. Most notably, Anne, a red-haired, twin-tailed, kind of klutzy maid who doesn't abandon Mia, even when the rest of the world does. And as such, Mia randomly decides, okay Anne, you're my new handmaiden. You're my best friend, my handmaiden, you're going to call me Mia, not Princess or Ojo-sama, and you want to be my best friend. Of course, Anne, who hasn't come back to her past, absolutely has no idea what the hell's going on, and why is this rich princess suddenly all chum-chum with her. This is going to be very different anime to the last one. A Returner's Magic was very much going back to fight the bad fight, to save the world from devastation. And Mia Tearmoon is more about uniting all peoples under one nation. She wants to be loved and to be respected, and she'll use her experiences in her failed timeline to that matter to fix the wrongs, make sure it doesn't get to a point where the Empire is attacked, and create a beautiful future for herself and her friends. Now, Mia is a stuck-up, rich bitch, but in the best possible way. She comes across as bratish, but not terrible. A lovable brat is probably the best way to describe her. Annie's a klutz, but a happy, friendly klutz. And the whole premise of it in setting the anime, it appeals to me. Now, one might look at this and say, okay, he likes the cute girl anime with cute moe characters, and doesn't like the dark, gritty, man-focused, fighting for his life anime. It's despite the same story. But it's not just that. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there is some of that in there. But the whole way that Tearmoon Empire does itself, compared to A Returner's Magic, there's a big difference there. Returner's Magic is very much destructive, whereas Tearmoon Empire is optimistic. And it's that optimism and friendliness which has me coming back to watch more of this one next week, because I will be going back and watching more of this one next week. You can find it on Crunchyroll. Next up today, we've got Butareba, the story of a man who turned into a pig. It's an anime about a man who turns into a pig. This is a transportation of the world as a blank isekai. As our main character, we don't know his name, or in fact he is a pig, gets transported to another world and is turned into a pig. He is picked up by farmer Jess. I say farmer, she's some weird telepath who can understand the feelings and thoughts of others, and they form a relationship. Yes, this cute girl wants to do anything to please a pig who she knows is actually a human in pig form. Not much of the first episode actually happens, other than the pig talking about his new circumstances, Jess talking about the world, and lifting up her skirt for him. Yes, that does happen. But unlike the previous animes of this type, I mean the classic one from last season was Reborn as a vending machine, Reborn as a pig has no real draw. At least in Reborn as a vending machine, the main female character there was interesting. She had a personality. Yes, she was basically just muscles and a cute outfit, but she had wants, she had likes. She didn't know everything was going on. She didn't know what was going on with a vending machine actually being a person, just so this vending machine wanted to help her. This time, Jess immediately knows what is going on with Pig, knows it is a human and is conversing with him through thoughts, and there's no real suspense or confusion there. It's just a girl and a pig talking about things. Suddenly, this pig who doesn't know anything about this world suddenly knows everything about this world, and this girl who knows nothing about the pig suddenly knows everything about the pig. I don't see where this one's going to go, except Jess is probably going to save his bacon at some point. This seems like an idea for a single chapter of manga, but for an entire series of anime, I see no real direction unless they throw in some random, ill-conceived ideas. But this pig is going to save the world from a demon king, and I don't see that happening. You know, it had the premise of being an interesting anime, but not for me. You can find Reborn as a Pig on Crunchyroll. Finally today we have I Will Survive Using Potions, an anime about a woman who has an unhealthy obsession with drinking energy drinks to get her through the day. Suddenly gets sliced by a god. You'd think she'd be overdosing on energy drinks, but no, she gets sliced by a god by accident, and as an apology gets reincarnated as in another world with an overpowered power. But overpowered power this time is the ability to create whatever potion she so desires, doing whatever she wants out of thin air. Yep, this is an overpowered isekai with a cute girl. And if you were thinking about saving 10 million gold, then you'd be correct, because this is from the same people. Karo is a cute girl. She has an overpowered power and she uses it to advantage in a cheeky manner. She uses an item box to steal items from a bad noble in order to save herself the problems of getting loads of money in this new world, because despite being able to create potions, suddenly she realises that these potions are alien to this world and she has no way of really supporting herself other than her potions. Thankfully, using her potions, she's able to become a master thief, steal all the items from a rich man, go on the run and make her way to another village. This is going to be very much street smart person in another world using their cuteness and potions to a great effect in order to live. There's no real threat on offer here. Again, this is another isekai anime without a demon king so far. I don't see there being a demon king, or not anytime soon, and I'm not sure exactly what Kao's going to be doing in another world. I probably will be watching more episodes of this one. It's cute. I like isekai capitalism, and I like the premise of this one. It's another one of those what I'm beginning to call disposable isekai shows, which you watch once and forget. It's not going to break any new ground, it's not going to change the world, but it's pleasing enough to watch. If you do want to watch surviving using potions, you can find it on Crunchyroll. That was A Returner's Magic Should Be Special, Tearmoon Empire, Butareba The Story of a Man Turned into a Pig, and I Shall Survive Using Potions. A bunch of anime titles which sound like a story, but it's actually just four shows I've looked at today. So what did you think of them? Let me know in the comments, and join me next time. Until then, bye bye.